times. Oh, no, this is Bek Lover. Unscheduled. Welcome to Bek Lover Live. There's just so much going on. I can't wait a whole week. I just can't wait a whole week. I know you're stressed out. There's a lot going on, especially if you're in New York City. I want to welcome you to another live show. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff tonight. There's so much going on. And I'm sure you're tired of listening to the MSM, or the fake news as they would call them. Welcome to Bek Lover Live. You never know what we're going to do on this show. You never know where this conversation's going to go. All I'm going to do is show you what I think's going on. I could be wrong. Let me know how you're feeling in the chat. And if you're watching this, click that share button and share it to your Facebook. Share it to your social platforms. Help me project my voice out there into the wilderness of the life. Because I'm a little guy. Not physically. About 330 pounds. 6'2" if you want to fucking fight. Share this video and let's rebel rouse, as they used to say in the old days. 1776 is on their doorstep. Chaos is coming to the world. It's already here, if you haven't figured it out. Interesting times indeed, my friends. We have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. We can only try to predict. But if you live too much in the future, that's a great way to get anxiety. Unless you have a strong mind, like I do. But if you don't have a strong mind, I don't want you focusing so much on tomorrow, because you really don't have as much power over it as you do. But I would beg to differ. I think you have a lot of power, especially when you can wake up the people around you, when you can be the alarm clock. So let's get into it on another edition of Bek Lover Live. If you were with me last night, I had on 3 very entertaining, smart, charismatic, and very cool women, alpha females, but they call themselves the alpha beep itches, rhymes with riches, throw bodies in ditches. You can check them up on YouTube. They go live every so often, and I think I'm going to bring them back. We had a very interesting conversation. I thought they were going to be these extreme feminists. They weren't. It was actually a really good conversation. Sometimes we don't agree with each other's opinions. There's nothing wrong with that. We should be able to talk and communicate. It's when communication breaks down that we're in trouble, like I think we are now. Who will be certified as the next president? We know who the president-elect is, but will he, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, we did it, Joe, you're gonna be the next president of the United States. I mean, could you be more melodramatic? Who will be the next certified president of the United States of America? Is Donnie Boy out? You know, if you pay attention to the mainstream media, they make it look like the writing is on the wall for Donald Trump. And not only do they make it seem like it's completely finished and he has no chance, they're basically telling you that when his presidency is over, this guy's life in the United States of America, as we know it, is over. There's all kinds of articles coming out. And I got to tell you, if it is the end of his presidency, I would have to say I don't think Donald Trump is going to stay in the U.S. Or he's definitely going to live in a red state. He's definitely not coming back to New York. Not that there's much to come back to. And we'll get into that with the great announcements we had today and the meltdown of Governor Cuomo, if you were paying attention. Yeah, he had a meltdown. Second full lockdown. I've been telling you this since July. Now, I don't know time. I can't predict the future. I can only guess, because only one being in this entire existence knows the future. That's God. The higher power, whatever you want to call that power, the creator. But I knew that they wouldn't just go to a full lockdown, because if they would have done that, we would have already snapped. We would have already broken. They had to give you hope. They had to make it seem like, no, we're opening up. It's just opening up, and, look, we're doing our best. And they never fully opened up. It was never a full reopening. it was a partial reopening with these ludicrous rules where you put a mask on, you walk 5 feet, take the mask off. And I want to make it clear here. Everyone's like, why are you so anti-mask? You're an anti-masker. No. We're going to clarify for those of you who don't know me, who've only been subscribed to the channel for a few days, a few weeks, and a few months. There was no one more serious when this pandemic broke out than the guy that you're looking at right now. Oh, I was very serious. I mean, as far as I know, there was no one in my entire realm that was more serious than me. I'm talking about February. I'm talking about, there's videos, if you scroll far enough on my Facebook, of me loading up, getting food. I pulled my children out of school 3 weeks before they told them to stay home. And even my wife and my parents and everyone said, you're acting like an idiot. Nothing's going to happen. But I didn't know what was coming at us. I've done a little biology. You know, I happen to be someone who graduated college, who went to high school with high honors, got a full academic scholarship to college. I mean, I'm not a complete moron. You know, I don't know if you guys knew that about me, but yeah, I actually got a full academic scholarship to college. So, you know, I took some biology. I learned what a virus is. And, you know, I've watched enough of those movies where they're wearing biohazard suits. But I also took my family and ran from the metropolitan area into a very secluded area. I Cloroxed boxes. I Lysoled doors. I also worried if my family would pass away. And I lost a few people to this virus or to the negligence of the doctors that treated them. But what I can tell you is that as time came out and we learned more about it, it became very hard to want to follow these Mickey Mouse rules where you insult my intelligence. I'm sorry. Put a mask on for 5 feet. Put any type of cloth. I mean, no rhyme or reason, no logic. I'm sorry. So, you know, you guys are worried about that type. You know, you're worried about me. You should be worried about the people that run our states who are hypocrites, who break these rules all the time in front of your face. You're worried about calling me out. Why don't you call them out? Why don't you call them out? A leader should always be a better example to the people that they're leading. And that goes for all of them. Republican, Democrat, fucking the leader of Bangladesh. If you're a leader, you should be you should sacrifice. A leader is someone who is so, or she is so amazing that they put other people before them. They sacrifice their own well-being for the herd. And not sacrifice the herd for their own well-being, like the governor of California, who threw his own party and had a good time. And I can go on and on with Chuck Schumer in the middle of New York. If we're having a surge in New York City, do you think 10 days ago there was like 100,000 people partying in the streets of New York because the president-elect was announced by the mainstream media, not certified, but by the mainstream media? Do you think that maybe they had a little bit to do with it? I mean, they're the ones that have been out there the most, protesting, large groups of them, looting. I mean, so if there's a surge in New York, I mean, who's guilty for that? One of the strictest states with masks. I thought masks work. I thought they work. To mask or not to mask? Now, if they told me to wear this right here, you see this? I swear to God, even to this day, right now, right here, right now, as you as my witnesses, that I would never argue against this. I can't argue against this. You see this? This, with all the education that I have, this, I can't argue against. But if I could just throw any piece of cloth, even underwear, over my face and nobody says nothing to me about it, I got a problem with that. There was a huge study done in Denmark, if I'm not mistaken. It came out today that pretty much what we think, how it's going to protect us, I mean, this is a large group of doctors. They did a really large study from March all the way till now. And they conclusively came to state that if in a true situation like this, it doesn't help much. So I'd like to hear their argument. All these people who get mad at me. You tell me to wear this. This is a lot harder to put on every day. Okay? I swear to God, it doesn't insult my intelligence. I'd have it on. I swear to God. You would see me only out. I swear to God. No problems. I even made videos of wearing one right when the pandemic was being announced, like 3 weeks before it hit our shores officially, before Seattle, if you remember. You know, Washington State, whatever it was, that nursing home, all the nursing homes. People forget so quickly. Panic buying has begun again. And I've been telling you guys, and I know most of you are ahead of the curve. You're intelligent. Because you know one day I'm going to be one of the biggest people on the internet if they don't throw me into a concentration camp. That's why you watch me now. You know when it makes sense and you're not scared to say it. And I love you. And if you don't agree with me, you don't have to. I'm not here to say you're wrong. I could be wrong. Just tell me why you think I'm wrong. I share my phone board with you, my chat. I let you do anything you want because I believe in the First Amendment. I'm not just going to push a button and shut you off. I leave most of my nasty comments on my page. I would say 99% of them. You curse me out. Not you per se, but a lot of them. You fucking suck. You're an asshole. You don't know when to shut the fuck up. You're a loser. You're ugly. You're this. You're that. Besides the death threats that I get on a daily basis. So, I believe in the First Amendment. I believe when you start to wipe it out or erode it, it becomes a very dangerous slope. Are you panic buying? Is it time to reload? Toilet paper is becoming, again, a problem. I've always told you it's a very easy solution. I did not waste any time trying to buy toilet paper. You take a cup of water, you wash your ass. You take some old rag, you wipe your ass. You wash the rag, reset, have a nice day. Stop wasting time. Maybe it's better for the environment if we all just have what I call the Albanian ass washing cup. The Albanian ass washing cup. We all leave it on the toilet. Thank God I've upgraded in my house. I got the toilet seat with the fucking, it literally washes your ass and blow dries your ass. No paper needed. Love it. I haven't touched my ass in years. Thank God. But I'm going to give you a prediction here. And I've said it and I've let it out. Up until now, yes, I've let my guard down. But I don't trust mankind so much. I don't trust the authorities so much. I'm going to bet you that there's going to be such a deadly version of this virus that I'm going to advise you, as my followers, as my friends, to take extreme caution. I myself, extreme caution in the next few weeks. A mutation may be coming. A mutation. How it gets there, how it comes out, I don't know. But I have a very bad feeling that a really deadly version of this virus will come out because it would be perfect timing for certain people out there to shut anyone up that even has half a fucking brain. So I'm going to ask you to exercise extreme caution because viruses mutate and there may be a deadly one coming, a very deadly one. You know, like the one in the movie Songbird that they released a preview and scared the shit out of a couple million of people. If you haven't seen it, go to YouTube and type in Songbird and you'll see for yourself why you should exercise extreme caution these next few weeks. And I am begging you to exercise extreme caution. I'm not as anti-mask as you think, but I also know it's not going to save my life unless it's this. You see that? Yeah. That might save your life. And even that, you got to fucking spray with the chemicals, you know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I have a feeling we will see an extremely deadly version of this virus. It will continue to mutate, and so will vaccines. It won't be just a one-time shot. From the day you put that shot into your body, you'll be doing it the rest of your life. Trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars are on the line for whichever company gets to do it. Think about that. Follow the money. What happens if you don't want to take the shot? What happens if you're one of those like me who will never, ever fucking take it? Who will not let my kids be a guinea pig? Who does not care what the consequences may be? Me, I will not be in one of these camps. I'll probably be fucking dead. But will you go into a camp if they tell you, "Hi, my name is Billy Bob. We contact traced you through your Facebook app. You were next to some guy named Jung Jangi and he was on the bus and he had COVID-26. You were exposed. You and your family must come with us now." Forget fucking quarantining in your house. You see, this version of the virus isn't deadly enough to make them take you out of your house. But they've been setting up for it. Why do you need contact tracers so badly for a virus that's been with a very low kill rate? Because there's a deadlier one coming, I promise you. A much deadlier one. What do you think is going to happen to the dollar? All this printing. You know there's a big push for digital currency. Is this all part of the plan? Is this the Great Reset that they've been talking about, that they've broadcasted about? The videos that they removed from their websites where they told us because people are waking the fuck up. Is this a part of it? Is this a part of it? I can bet you that paper money will be gone. Your digital enslavement will be permanent. It won't be like, I carry this phone, I carry a credit card because I want to, and I can throw it away if I want to. No, they're going to know everything, every time, every place, everywhere. I hope you're ready. How many people are going bankrupt? How many people are losing their businesses? How many people were hanging on, playing hopscotch, doing the jump rope, doing whatever they tell them to do to keep their restaurants open and their businesses because they were not essential. You are not essential. You and your family, doesn't matter what happens to you. They get to pick who the fuck made you God. Who made you my king? We kneel to no kings in this country. We kneel to no queens in this country. This is America still. As long as I'm alive and there's one of us left. If there's one patriot left, this is America. And I don't give a fuck about the Republican or the Democratic Party if you do not stand for the Constitution of the United States of America and you are against the Bill of Rights. But as long as I'm alive, it will still be America. I will live and die in America. And if America falls, I don't think I'll be here. Is war coming to the country, to the world? I don't know. It sure seems we've never been more divided, and that doesn't make me happy. Where's the middle? Where's the people of rationale? Trying to pull these people together, but we can't. We can't. And both extremists on both sides are going to get a lot of us hurt. But what about China? China. We never hear nothing about them. There was some big news for them yesterday. I'm going to be getting into that. This is just introduction to what I want to talk about tonight. You know? So let's get into it. They're saying it's checkmate for Pennsylvania, for the Trump campaign, reported by the National Review. Realistically speaking, the legal battle over the 2020 election is over. I mean, is it? As I explained over the weekend, from President Trump's perspective, that battle is beset by a fatal mismatch between what his campaign is in a position to allege and prove and the remedy, the potential number of votes that could swing from Biden to Trump. That problem was already apparent last week when the campaign filed its original complaint in the Williamsport federal court. It became insurmountable Sunday when the campaign amended its complaint, stripping out the main fraud claims. So basically, based on this article, they're saying PA is not looking too good for Donnie Boy. But does that mean it's over? Those of you that want him to be president, is it over for Donnie Boy? Even if it is, the ramifications, the acceptance of the other side to the other side, it's not going to happen. This is where conflict can arise. The other side, with alleged fraud, never proven, made that presidency miserable for 4 years for everyone that supported that side. So the other side's looking at this like, why should we be so nice now? And you know what? I got to say, I don't blame them at all. Trump hasn't conceded Georgia. Neither did Stacey Abrams. What changed? Georgia elections as of 5/18 today, Eastern Time. Georgia elections officials have until midnight Wednesday to wrap up an unprecedented hand recount of the state's presidential ballots. President-elect Joe Biden's official lead stands at about 14,000 votes, but President Trump has refused to concede and has questioned the integrity of the state's election. Man, only 14,000 votes. That's nothing. I think the number one thing that Donald Trump can do in this election is fight each and every one of these battles to the death so that we will get full transparency in the process. Trump Jr. told Georgians. So it's clearly not over yet. Jamie Dimon, the head of JP Morgan Chase, someone I used to work for. He takes a jab at Trump's refusal to concede the election. Shouldn't this guy have been in jail back in 2008 during the Great Recession? people that stole trillions of dollars from the American people, just, you know, they have a right now to tell us what we should be doing. This guy should have been in jail. But they'll arrest you if you open your restaurant. They'll fine you to death if you're like the Attila's gym owner. And this asshole that robbed the American nation blind and then took our tax money because the government of that administration gave him the money so he wouldn't go out of business. You see, they'll bail them out, but you don't get, no, you can't even open, you're not even asking for money. You just want to open your business and work, and they won't even let you do that. And this asshole's going to tell you now what he thinks. New York City today, the first major nail in the coffin. The first major nail in the coffin for the complete eradication of the middle class of New York occurred today. It's time to start opening the grave of the economic life of middle class New Yorkers. Because you know the second full lockdown is imminent. It's days away. Days away. They have to do it in steps. When you do too much pressure at once, people explode. So slowly bring the kids home, and then only essential businesses can stay open. Only essential businesses can stay open. You're not essential. You and your family are not essential. So here's where we are, my friends. Here we are again. But it doesn't stop these cowards, these hypocrites, these scumbags, these lowlives, these pieces of shit, where if they at least stayed in their houses the whole time, you know what, we might be able to respect that. I would have believed this whole thing. California Governor Newsom, at the maskless party, he was seen with more people than considered safe by his own rules, just like his buddy Nancy Pelosi when she was involved in Salongate with no mask, when she forced all the salon owners to close in her district, and I think the state, if I'm not mistaken. And no, they tell you what to do. They're your gods now. They're your kings and queens. Or is this still America? Will you go quietly into the night? Will you cower? Will you stand in front of the train as it comes towards you, knowing that it's going to kill you if you don't get out of its way? Because that train is coming right at you. It started 8 months ago, and a lot of you just, okay, you want me to put them out? Okay, I'll do whatever you tell me. If this thing was as scary as they make it sound, why don't they follow their own rules? It kills people. You're selfish if you don't wear a mask. You're selfish if you open your business to full capacity. You're evil. You're selfish. But they don't follow their own rules. But I'm stupid, right? Those that think like me, we're dumb, right? We don't have a right to be angry at the double standards. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. We're talking just about this problem we all have, whether you're blue or red, because I promise you it's a shared problem. Regardless of what side of the aisle you're on, we're all in trouble, you idiots. And I'm not talking about you, my followers. I'm talking about the masses. You morons. You idiots. What's coming down the pipeline? You're going to look back at these days and my words are going to haunt you. It's going to haunt you. Like the person that I interviewed on my show, Robert Middleman, a Jewish boy who survived Nazi Germany. And he had to fight for the Nazis even though he was a Jew. An amazing interview, by the way. It's in the full section playlist. Robert Middleman, a Jewish boy in Nazi Germany. And you know what he said? He survived. He made it to the prisoners of war camps with the rest of the Nazis. And when they talked amongst themselves, they said, I never really agreed with what Hitler was doing. How did we end up here? Everyone else was going along with it. Everyone else was going along with it. Why is everyone else going along with their own destruction? And in many cases, celebrating their destruction. Part of me can't wait to see their faces as I'm executed with 2 shots behind the head. Can't wait to see their faces. I told you. I fucking told you. Pop, pop. Megyn Kelly's leaving New York. You know what I say? Get the fuck out of New York. You don't deserve to be there anyway. The only guy that kind of fought for your rights a little bit was the one guy you attacked the most. So I'm sure Donald Trump's laughing at you. I'm sure Donald Trump's laughing. So Megyn Kelly's on her way out, man. She's leaving New York City, taking her kids out of their woke $56,000 a year school after the letter circulated saying white kids are being indoctrinated in Black Death and will grow up to be killer cops. This is what the fuck they're teaching kids in school. This is some crazy extreme ideology. It's disgusting. Kids at that age don't even know. Like, my kids hug black kids. They're 8 years old. They have no idea what race means. I've taught my children we all came from Adam and Eve. Peace be upon them. Whether you're religious or not, the story's beautiful. Why is it beautiful? That all human beings came from a single father and mother. That regardless of their color of skin, their creed, or nationality, we all came from a common parent, which makes us equal in the eyes of God, even though many people in history who claim to be believers in God and spirituality never really, I guess, never read the Bible or the Quran or the Torah. But I've always taught my kids who Martin Luther King was, what he fought for, what he died for, how important it was. I've told my kids I don't care what they marry as long as they're a good human being. Because we are all equal in the eyes of God. And if you don't believe in God, that's fine. We're all equal. But there's one guy I'm really liking right now, and it's getting very hard to not just jump on my car and drive down 95, and I've done it before, and go to the land of Disney World, which laid off 28,000 people. Governor DeSantis of Florida, man, amazing person. I hope it doesn't backfire on him. When the mutation comes, I promise you it's coming very soon. That's the nail in the coffin for all of us. I promise you it's coming. How it gets here, I don't know. I don't know. How did it get here the first time? I don't know. But I promise you, when that happens, he's in trouble, like the rest of us. But how beautiful that he got sick and tired of the bullshit. I love it. Growing number of elected officials call for more restaurant restrictions in New York City. You know, it's enough that you built miniature restaurants outside of your restaurants, which are actually more dangerous than being inside. So they've forced you to go into little restaurants in front of your restaurants, tents that are closed because it's freezing outside. You're only allowed to have 25% of your people inside. And they still want to shut you down, and you guys sit there and take it. You take it. And then a guy like me, if I survive the next Holocaust, I'm going to be able to get these restaurants you guys are losing for nothing, turnkey. So, you know, for me, it's going to be a good thing in the long run. For you, it's going to be horrible. Your whole life, everything you spend. I'm going to be walking in with fully equipped restaurants. I've been dying to open one. You know how expensive it is to open a restaurant in New York City? So when they finally finish their plan, I'm going to open a restaurant for nothing. So just sit back and relax. You guys are, you know, it's okay. I'll be there to pick up the pieces. I promise you. You guys can all come and enjoy the food. We'll open a place called Bek's Best. We'll have every kind of thing you love. I'll take one of the best dishes of every country on earth. It'll be called Bek's Best. But there's many people around the world who are tired, who see what I see, who feel what I feel. And today in Germany was fucking crazy. Today in Germany was nuts. The Germans fought back out of a scene that looks like it was during the civil rights movement in this country, because that's exactly what they're fighting for. German police fired water cannons at demonstrators protesting coronavirus restrictions after saying the crowd ignored warnings to wear masks and to keep their distance from one another. They literally shot water into the crowds with cannons. Thousands and thousands of Germans who are sick and tired of the bullshit, who do not want to be controlled, who knows what it is to live under a dictator. Their grandparents told them what it was to live in a totalitarian state, where if you didn't agree with the rest of them, they threw you into an oven or they blew your fucking brains out. Do you think the Germans are sounding the alarms? They've learned from their history, and they've risen up. But where are the Americans? Where are the Americans? Where are the Americans? Where are they? The Germans, they seem to know what's going on, and they're fighting. More than 100 people were arrested and many more temporarily detained. 9 police officers were injured. Well, the police are going to have to make a choice soon. That's what I think. Protesters clash with police in northern Italy as anger mounts over the restrictions. Protesters have clashed with police in northern Italy as demonstrations erupted across the country Monday night over government restrictions. Police said around 2,500 people turned out in the city of Turin. I think that's where the Olympics were, if I'm not mistaken. The Winter Olympics, I think. In 2 separate groups. That's where that bobsledding person, I think, passed away or something. I can't remember. Or that was Vancouver. I can't remember. Dozens of people, including 10 police officers, were wounded in the clashes. And I can promise you this is coming to America. On the boats and on the planes, the mutations coming to America. Boom, boom, boom. The mutations coming to America. Boom, boom, boom. The mutations coming to America soon. London, anti-lockdowns earlier. 190 people were arrested. So, if you think you're alone in America, look no further than to your friends in Europe. You're not alone. Millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people across the globe feel the way you do. The way we do. But when will people realize it? When it's too late. I wish I did something. We should have listened to that crazy son of a gun, that guy, that big ass. What was the guy they shot? They threw him into a concentration camp. What was his name? Bek Lover? Spain also had, in the beginning of the month, huge protest. Became very violent. Everyone's locked down. I mean, where do you think all this food's going to come from? Where do you think all the food for this entire world that already has shortages for select groups of people that starve to death? You know, if you're in the Middle East, if you're black in Africa, there's never food for you guys. So there's already food shortages in this world, which is already disgusting in today's world with all the technology and how much we waste, that any human being should ever die of hunger. It's disgusting. But I can't say I feel bad if it comes to us, because maybe we got too comfortable. Maybe we were not thankful enough. Maybe we were very arrogant. Maybe, and I'm not saying you, I'm talking as a nation. What one American wastes, someone in Africa, 150 people would live off of in Africa. That was the statistic, which was amazing when I read it. Every night I take my garbage out, I swear to God, these big bags, family of 5, and I'm sitting here going, man, and I feel guilty. One, from the waste, from the actual garbage, how much space that one, that's just me. Forget my neighbor, forget the town, forget the whole city, all this waste, all the food that gets thrown out that we don't get to. Do you ever say, you know, do you ever feel bad? I feel bad. I swear to God, I feel bad. I feel bad. More than 400 people arrested in anti-lockdown protests in Melbourne. So, guys, it's going on all over the world. Crocodile Dundee's locked down. Bitcoin skyrocketing again for those. I have a few cousins that made some crazy money right now. I have nothing in Bitcoin because I have no money. Yeah. You probably missed the boat on this one. So if one Bitcoin's 18 grand, good luck. But you can remember, you can buy little pieces of Bitcoins. That's how people do it. So if you don't have a lot of money, you still feel like it's going to go to 30,000. You know, but that's between you and your financial advisor, of which I am not one. But I can promise you, electronic money is going nowhere. They will have their own version of it. I don't think they're not going to want Bitcoin to be the standard because they can't control it, in my opinion. But there will be a electronic dollar, and if you're lucky, they'll cash it 1-to-1. When countries like Yugoslavia collapsed and their currency went to hell, when they cashed you into their new currency, you got screwed. So I don't know, but leaving it all in paper, good luck. Study Weimar, Germany. Study Weimar, Germany. This is the big deal. What did China do? China signs a huge trade deal while the U.S. sits out. And, you know, no fucking masks. I mean, this is crazy. The people that, you know, the virus came from. President-elect Joe Biden said Monday the United States must align itself with other democracies so that they write the rules governing global trade and not China. Well, you're too late for that. You can't really talk too much when you don't make nothing. Maybe you should have thought about that over the last 47 years while most of you senators sat there quietly and did backroom deals and briefcases under the table while all of our jobs went to China, our technology went to China. This didn't happen in the last 4 years. We're talking about the last, since Nixon, since he opened up that pathway for them. And we allowed them to turn into a superpower that has concentration camps. Every time I buy something made in China, I cry, but I have no other option sometimes. Yeah, concentration camps. Never again. Never again. No, never again. Bullshit. Bullshit. Most of us should look in the mirrors and say we're hypocrites. Admit it. Maybe then that makes you not a hypocrite. Never again. Never again. 2 million people in a concentration camp, and we're still buying these people's products. Pooh. How did it get so expensive for Americans to make things? We used to make the most amazing things in the world. Where was the tariffs? Have you ever been to Germany? You get off the airplane, good luck seeing Ford. 80% of the cars are German because they make sure the American car is more expensive. Even though in many cases it's shittier, unless it's a truck. Like a rock. Americans do have the best trucks. So that's my little rant for tonight. And that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. And I'm mad. I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed. I'm not going to lie. I'm pissed. China. So, how many people I got on here, Al? 5? 3? 36 people with Bek Lover. I love it. It's as if I was in the classroom. So I'm looking up at your comments over here. And I guess I'll take a call, man. Put the number up. Let's fucking do it, man. Let's get someone on here. Let's let somebody vent. I'm tired of talking. My mouth hurts. People are cheap. No super chat. And I can't even buy Al a cheeseburger. Working for free. I guess I got to get used to it, Al. I mean, we're going to be living in a communist country soon, so we'll just get used to it. Working all day, and maybe we're lucky if we eat something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We're getting there. Like a rock. The Rocky people. So, Bek Lover phone line is now going up. I think we have someone.
Let us know that you're not a voicemail system, so you need to press 1 to take this call.
You're on Bek Lover.
What's up, my brother?
What's going on, brother? We missed you a couple episodes already. Where you been, man?
I decided to let some people...
you need to turn off the speaker, turn off the TV. I want to hear you clear, man. Everyone else calls in. They're crystal clear. Pick up the phone, put it to your head.
I live by the water. I got a little wind over here.
Okay. Turn your back to the wind. May the wind always be to your back. So talk to me, man. How do you feel about everything, man? We called it, man. We knew it was going to happen, man.
Oh, for sure. I just been waiting. Perfect timing. Right before Thanksgiving, right before the holidays, make the economy crash. You get a big bailout. Stuff the pockets. You know the deal.
Do you
Rinse
think?
and repeat.
I think, and I think we spoke about this previously, me and you. New York City is closed more because they don't have money, in my opinion. I think that's the reason they're closed. This is all just to try to get them to the point where they can get the big check from Mr. Joe. They can't even open if they wanted to. Can't people figure that out?
For sure. That's exactly what it is.
But it's
not only that. You got de Blasio's wife who took $1 billion. Where?
Nobody knows where it is.
With what money? Yeah. Nobody asks where it is. That's the problem. We know where it is. We don't ask where it is.
Nobody knows where it is.
Yeah.
So how do you see this thing playing out, man? You think a mutation's coming?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Listen, they're coming up with new stuff. I was just listening to Joe Rogan's podcast today, actually, with a coronavirus specialist, and they were saying how they're only announcing the people who got coronavirus twice, right? So you can have it once, and apparently you can have it twice. But there's a bunch of people who had it twice, just never showed symptoms. So we really don't know how many times you can catch this, supposedly COVID, right?
What I'm going to try to do is I'm actually going to take a ride down to the hospitals, try to see if I can see how overwhelmed they are. That's my next goal within the next day when I head down to some of the big hospitals.
I'll be honest. I have people in healthcare, and my friends are director of nursing departments from Mount Sinai in Manhattan, and Maimonides Hospital in Brooklyn, one of the biggest Jewish hospitals in the area. And I know they have a lot of cases, man. I know my mom.
I've heard the same. So I can confirm I have also heard the same. And I've been hearing the same. My friend is a doctor in emergency, and he says they're packed at the hospital. So, but isn't it flu season, bro? Yeah. I mean, isn't it cold season too?
No, don't worry. Everybody who dies, it's a COVID death. You have a heart attack, it was COVID.
It's automatically.
You have a stroke, it's COVID.
Automatically.
Doesn't matter. You got hit by a car, don't worry. Yeah, automatically, because you get an incentive. The hospitals get an incentive to write COVID death. Why? That's another question. You get hit by a car, you got decapitated by a train, don't worry, you had COVID. That's it. Extra $30,000 in the bank's pocket, insurance claim. You understand? It all comes down to one thing. You know, my mother-in-law is the director of a nursing home. I'm not going to say any names, but a pretty big nursing home in New York. Guess what? Como forced them to take COVID patients. Well, what do you think happens when a COVID patient enters a nursing home with 80-year-olds, 90-year-olds?
They're dropping like flies.
Exactly. And guess what? If you don't take it, you can't. There's no option not to take the patient. You understand? So it's crazy. It's crazy.
How do you see? Let's go deep into the rabbit hole. How do you see this whole thing? How do you see this whole thing playing out for this country in the next 5 years?
Trump's not going to go away. I'll tell you like that. Whether he's not conceding, but we know that he's not going to concede. I don't know.
He's going to do what Hillary Clinton told Joe Biden to do. Don't concede no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Exactly.
She did say that. I heard it on my own ears.
100%. And it's crazy. It's crazy the times we're living in. Crazy times.
Do you think there could be a war in this country?
I mean, I think we saw the as close as possible this year, no? With all the riots and protests, peaceful protests. I'm sorry, it's not a riot. Peaceful protests with looting.
How did you feel about what happened in D.C. at that march?
It's funny. I'm part of a group, a bunch of Hasidic Jews from Borough Park and all around Tri-State area, and they all went. They all drove there to Washington. It's crazy. Where's the law and order? Where's the Constitution? You know, you want to riot and loot, no problem. God forbid you peacefully protest. You're going to get attacked by a mob. The cops turn their back to you. That's what happens in liberal New York. Liberal America.
I'm almost at the point where I just want the police to resign, man. If you're not going to, I know that you're mad. You have your hands tied. If you can't do your job, people need to know that they're on their own. It's actually more helpful, in my opinion, if the police just all resign. Just, we're done.
Yeah.
Because this halfway shit, because in New York City, let's be real, a lot of them are just, I know, man, I still go in and out of the city. They're just laying back, man. I mean, I don't blame them, but it's not helping people that support you. People that support you need to know, hey, I'm on my own. If I know I'm my own, I have my Second Amendment for that. I know that, okay. There needs to be,
That's the problem. We need our Second Amendment.
It's almost
Anthony Calandro to keep pushing.
It's almost, So you saw these images, right? Last week. Al, pull it up, please. Do your fucking job. You see these images here? With the Chuck Schumer in the middle of the crowds.
Yeah.
So why is it okay for him to be in the middle of a massive crowd, singing and dancing for hours? All of a sudden we have a surge. But people that want to go and pray in a synagogue or a church or a mosque and pray the way they're supposed to pray in their religion side by side, they're not allowed to. This is I'm sorry, huh? This is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Exactly. And now here's the problem. What do? Do you live your life day by day? Worry about your family, worry about your job, worry about, your day-to-day relations? Or does everybody come together and go after? What I think is going to happen, right now people are too tied up on their day-to-day life. Everybody has...
Yeah, but that's coming to an end soon, brother. They're focusing on the wrong thing right now. Because we're all going to be out of business. The middle class is done. New York City is finished.
Yep. And
they cheer for their destruction. Look at them. They're cheering for their destruction. Cheering.
They love it. They love it. But then you go to Manhattan at 10 o'clock on Halloween, and it goes down.
It's okay. And you know what's funny? All these people here, they'll leave too. They'll leave. They won't stay. They'll leave. They don't give a shit about New York City. They don't care about New York.
Yeah. And if you remember when the George Floyd protest started, the Black Lives Matter started in the beginning of the summer, I have videos on my Facebook. And I'm sure you can pull it up somewhere. People were placing rocks and stones on corners.
And brick pallets.
And people were giving money and brick pallets. And there's videos of people giving money to regular people on the street, telling them throw the chair, throw the bench, throw the rock, and paying them. And obviously these people were not from New York.
No, I saw so many different plates, man, driving through the city, like you've never seen before. Like you would see Minnesota, like all over. Like I never seen a Minnesota plate until this happened. By the way,
and guess, and we all know. I'm sure you know.
JS. JS is the initials, brother.
Yeah.
GS. I'm sorry.
Yep.
GS.
Yep. GS.
How's that guy not in handcuffs? You know.
GS. Yeah.
Brother, stay strong.
How can he be in handcuffs when he owns the handcuffs?
Thank you.
You know?
You stay strong, my friend. Let's see if we got someone else out there that wants to reach out and touch someone.
You got it, brother. Everybody be good. Be safe.
Take care of yourself, brother.
Check out JP. I wish we could go back to the Sound Factory days.
Yeah, I know.
Blow it off.
Trying to get him on the show. I'm trying to get him on the show, man. It'd be great to have him, you know.
You know what he's doing now, right?
Yeah, he's he does it live sessions, but I'm not into that shit. It's not the same, man.
Yeah.
I want to be there. I want to hear the fucking.
Yeah, it's not
you want to hear the bass.
That's the problem. New York is not the same.
You want to hear the bass going boom, boom, boom.
He was planning to opening up another Sound Factory, but I guess that's scratched. Be good. Be in touch. Be safe. God bless. Looking forward to the next best.
Thank you,
everybody.
We're filming a couple episodes. We're gonna have 10 episodes this season, and then we'll pick up the second season in the spring if I'm not in a camp.
For sure. Get some Albanian food in there and get some Russian.
I'm doing maybe the Russian spots, man. You can recommend a few places for me.
I got you. We'll talk. Definitely. I forgot the name. The Albanian spot in the Bronx. That's famous.
There's a lot of them, man. There's a couple of them, but one of them is I'm going to be doing that one also. I'm actually very good friends with the owner of that place. He's actually my cousin's cousin. So, all right, my brother.
Yeah. All right. Everybody be safe. Nothing in there. Ciao.
Great caller. Always calls in. Always has a good perspective on things. Interesting. So, yeah, we're gonna go another 10 minutes here. If anybody wants to call in, otherwise, I don't know what the hell's on my head. It's like I look like Mikhail Gorbachev. Kind of? Is that coming through in the camera? Like I have a red spot? Or is that just my imagination? So, I want to thank all of you for your support. I've been working as hard as I can. It's not easy mentally to keep focus. I'm sure many of you are dealing with that. There's so many distractions. Then you have your family. Now people in New York City that were sending their kids to school are in for a rude awakening, and people are going to start losing their jobs, man. They're not going to be able to concentrate, and this is taking a toll on everyone, young and old, old and young, and I don't think any of us have the answers. There's not many people who know the truth, and I think that if for some reason Donnie Boy doesn't get in, I think there might be some declassification in his last hours, some crazy shit that he just Hail Marys to the American people, I think. Maybe. I don't know. The people with the one letter, you know who they are. They seem to believe that we're in good shape and this whole thing's going to be exposed and everyone's going to be, amazed. And, so, there's still that hope out there, the people with the one letter. But I don't know. I haven't, we're going to see what happens. I mean, the clock is ticking. We're at T-minus right now is, what's today, the 18th? We're less than a month from showtime. Showtime! So, let me know how you're feeling out there, guys. If you're stressed in the chat, man, give me a 1 if you're stressed. Give me a 2 if you're happy. You don't give a shit. You're ready to die, like Biggie Smalls. Puff Daddy, No Way Out. So you thought those albums were by accident that they called it No Way Out? Puffy knew what was coming, man. The prophet. Take that, take that, take that. That's the fuck. He was speaking for the government. Take that, take that, take that. That was for the government. P. Diddy. Run the city. Show no pity. Take that, take that, take that. That was all Puffy. He was warning us. Take that. How much can you take? HK. I love it. Aliens Declassified. I'm going to say there's a good shot of that. Space Force. How many of you saw? Thank you for reminding me. How many of you saw the SpaceX launch? Truly phenomenal. I mean, it was amazing. That thing went up and landed back. Isn't it amazing how far Skynet has gotten? It's unbelievable. I mean, the guy talks about Neuralink and chip in your brain, and we're sitting there watching. Oh, this guy, look at that. Look at all the satellites going up. Skynet's being built right in front of your eyes, and we're sitting here going, oh, that was good. Did you see the launch? Oh, that was great. That was great. That's like you sitting there watching the guy's about to execute you. Like, oh, did you see how he loaded his clip? Did you see how he put the bullets into his gun? That was amazing. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, time shows us the truth. Time will reveal everything on this earth. Time. And we live in interesting times. Interesting times indeed. Many countries that do not have, my whole argument again, guys, is Constitution is there for times like this. It's not there for, everything's going great and everything. No. That's like, no, I have a right to pray. Fuck you. I have a right to arm myself and protect my family. Fuck you. Could you imagine the old days you would have told someone you can't carry a sword and you had to go outside and survive without a sword? They would have looked at you like, fuck you. They would have had a sword fight right there. But they want to tell you you can't protect your own family. And meanwhile, no one's protecting you. Think about that. The Constitution wasn't there to be negotiated. It was, no, we're all American. This is what we agreed to 200-something fucking years ago. And no matter what happens, these are the fucking rules. So there's no debating it. It's time to protect the integrity of our nation. The Constitution, the whole shebang is on the line. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. The whole thing. And if you're not worried about that as a Democrat, you're a fucking idiot. And if you're not worried about that as a Republican, you're a fucking moron. And if you trust either side completely, you're definitely a fucking idiot. That's all I got to say. If you think that your only choices in life are Coke or Pepsi, and you don't want to have a Snapple iced tea, raspberry preferably, chilled to approximately 42 degrees Fahrenheit, because you don't want to always have to choose Coke and Pepsi, then you're an idiot. Because there's so many beautiful flavors out there. There's so many amazing people that never had a chance to lead this country. Why does somebody have to be a billionaire or part of the establishment? If this was a true democracy, anybody should be able to run and be heard. It should be like American Idol. Everyone can run. Each state, they make it to the final list. You're going to Hollywood. You're going to, you're going to D.C. You're going to D. And then we call in and vote every night. I mean, shit, I think we're on that level. That would fix everything. Calls. Boom, boom, I vote for this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and it would be amazing. They bring them all out. You can imagine you see Donald Trump standing there, Joe Biden. They go, last week's count. Joe Biden, you are not safe. You have to leave. Imagine, bro, it'd be like American Idol, American president. It'd be fucking amazing. Can you imagine the ratings on that show? Unbelievable. So here we are again, my friends. I don't know if anyone called. But if not, there's 7 minutes to go. Let's play a little fucking music. The fuck was that?
What the fuck?
And please check out the episode that I uploaded. It's in the videos. Alpha Bitches. It was fucking crazy. I mean, we had a fun time, man. They kind of shared their views and, we got into it. So I think you guys will enjoy it, man. If I've been suffering from insomnia, so that's why I've been coming on live every night. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to go home and stay up all night anyway, wondering about how I'm going to feed my family. So, I've been deciding to go live a lot more, guys. I don't want to commit to it because it's not easy to do, but I'm kind of enjoying it, man. I don't know. Are you guys liking it? Let me see in the comments. You like this live show every day? It's a lot of work. It's not easy. We're releasing this week's podcast. We're probably going to release it tomorrow. It's late tonight, and the algorithm has been a disaster to me. But we're releasing tomorrow Rob Farlow, a man who served our nation, went to Iraq as a dog handler during the Battle of Fallujah when people were just dropping like flies with IEDs. Amazing fucking story. The fuck was that? And it's going to be amazing. So he's in the middle of the battle of his life. And I can't wait. What time you guys staying up till? I'm watching you in the chat here. Like, what time you guys usually go to bed? Let me see how crazy I am. I've been averaging like 3:30 in the morning, man. I've been averaging like 3:30 in the morning. I hate it. I hate it. But I can't. How many of you are like me? Stuck up all night. Damn, man. Everyone's like me. MZ, shout out to my friend from the United Kingdom. Fighting back for their freedom, but they're still under a king and queen. Too bad I'm not like some sexy chick, right? I'll probably get millions of dollars in tips. I'll be like this. I'd make millions of dollars every night just dancing if I was a chick. Like, hey, what's up? Yeah. Super chat me, baby. Give it to me. So I think we're going to start doing live a lot more. I'm trying to get one more guest. If you saw me with the alpha bitches, what did you guys think about them? I think I want to bring some of them in once in a while. Dr. Mike, the alpha bitches, just fucking crazy combination of people, man. What do you think? Did you like it? It was cool, right? They weren't like... I thought they were going to be like these hardcore feminists. They weren't. They were like, no, we want men to be men. We know we're different than men, but we want to feel safe. So, yeah, it was awesome. They were the complete opposite of what I thought they were going to be. But we're going to have a debate, me and them, about abortion. Or I'm going to let Dr. Mike debate them. Couple episodes of Bek Best coming up soon. We go to Staten Island, showcasing a few spots there. It's been crazy, guys. It's not easy getting around right now, you know, coordinating things. I'm going to end the season of Bek's Best with 10 episodes, and we'll pick up production in the spring. Until then, we'll keep doing Bek Lover live, Bek Lover and the comeback team. And I don't know if I can think of something else cool. Thank you, Peter Langone. I appreciate it. I appreciate your words. It's the only thing keeping me going, but I need you to share my content, guys. 30 of you. If you average 200 people, that's 6,000 people. I need the help, man. It's like it froze, you know? And ever since I did my live show, my subs are going like this. I guess they don't like what I'm saying. I don't know. You can do... I know, I want to sit here and go, you can do anything you want. Well, you can't. I want to say, I've always been like, you know, you can do whatever you want. You can believe. It gets to a point where they won't let you do what you want. So then you go, yes, Bek's Best will go to Philly. Just not right now. But absolutely. I got a crew down in Philly. They got a bunch of crazy Albanian motherfuckers. Shout out to the Margate crew. Philadelphian Albanians. They're out of their fucking minds. And we're going to go, man. We're going to go to Philly too, man. We're going to go. I went to the place that Kobe Bryant used to eat his cheesesteaks. Fucking amazing. I definitely got to say it's one of the best cheesesteaks I ever had in my entire life. The owner of that, let me see if I could pop it up. The owner of that cheesesteak spot, Egyptian gentleman, came here with nothing. Okay? Again, came here with nothing, left his country, and today he's a millionaire. And he was like good friends with Kobe Bryant. Like, think about how beautiful that is. That you can do that. You know, go try doing that in another country and see how far you get. See how far you get. So Larry's Steaks, that's the place I went to. I met the owner. I actually spent about 2-3 hours with him during the closure. We were closed. I went there for a little bit of business. Food was phenomenal. For a cheesesteak, I'm talking about. And Kobe Bryant remembered at Larry's Steaks, his favorite shop in West Philly. I actually met this guy in the picture. Very nice guy. And I met the owner. Very nice guy. Spent about 2-3 hours with him just chopping it up, talking it up in his office above the store, and I think I'm definitely going to add them to Bek's Best. And delicious. But if you're thinking there's some great steaks in Delaware County, okay. I have no idea where Delaware County is. I'm assuming it's close to Delaware, or it's on the Delaware River. Peter, you trying to call? Peter, give me a call, man. Reach out and harass us. Let me take off the... Because the problem is people call when I'm talking, and I put the do not disturb so I can let you guys, when you get on, finish the call. That's why no one was calling. Give me a call. The line's back up. So, I had to turn it off. Good. Call in now. Bek Lover and the comeback team. Let's go, man. Let's do this. People think that that's what happened to MHK. Supposedly pharmaceutical stuff. I don't know. Who the hell knows? Call me now. Bek Lover. Phones are up. Let's rock. Otherwise, it's game over. I'm going to go smoke another fucking cigar before I go home so my wife can yell at me and kill me. Because I know she's watching right now. Yo, yo, yo. People don't know what we're doing in here. They come in here, they're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Fucking Mutabi Brothers, man. What a fucking great movie that was. Baby, don't hurt me. Remember that movie? Right? When they're about to get married and he's holding the fucking boombox over. I mean, it's just great. You are on Bek Lover Live. Talk.
What's up, Bek?
Peter Langone.
How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, man?
Not much since the last time I talked to you. Well, maybe a couple of things.
What's going on, bro?
I want to get what's those things that you talk through a megaphone, right?
Megaphone, the big, the
shout it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it amplifies your voice.
Okay, what do you want to do with that?
I want to fucking put it on top of my truck, and I want you to come with me, and we're gonna shout it from the fucking rooftops in every fucking city, in every borough of every state in the tri-state area.
So you want the only way I'm coming? Scam. The only way I'm coming with you with a megaphone is if you look like this.
We'll
if you look
for pizza too at your favorite pizzeria.
If you look like this,
and I know where it is.
If you look like this, I'll come. There's the megaphone. Otherwise, we're probably both wasting our time, and the reason for that is nobody gives a shit, brother. Right. They don't care, man. They don't. There's no logic right now, man. Nobody cares.
They did make a good deal in China, though. We have to admit that those boys are they're fucking moving mountains, aren't they? During the vaccine during the coronavirus without a vaccine, signing fucking $1 trillion deals. And nobody's wearing a mask.
I'll tell you one thing, man. I guarantee you, within the next 5 to 10 years, we're gonna go to war with China. I'll bet my life on it.
I'll tell you this. I agree with that. And I'll tell you,
California. I know you're calling.
I don't think we're gonna win either.
California.
I'm calling.
Be patient.
California.
Yeah, I got someone from Cali calling. Listen.
Okay.
Let me grab it.
All right, pal. I'll talk to you later.
Stay strong. California, you're on the phone.
Hello. Thank you for calling me California. My name is Chris. Bek, I just hopped onto your Twitch stream, and I really, really do appreciate a talk show like yours, because I'm also holding a talk show too, and I just want to give everybody love that's freaking just doing their thing.
What's the name of your show, man? What's the name of your show?
I'm a stand-up comic from LA, and I just give my commentary on politics, world news, and just anything that's weird. So that's what I do. I think yours is mostly politics, is it?
Not really. To be honest with you, really? I hate that I have to even talk about this shit, but it's like dominating life right now. Like it's.
Yeah, it is, man.
I wanted to do. I like what you said. I like how you said. I wanted to get into fun and weird things and talk about aliens and.
Man, yeah, that's what I want, man.
And we're stuck into this.
I just want to make fun of everything. You know
I'm so sick of politics, man. I'm fucking tired of it. I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Me too, bro.
What's the name of your show so my people can follow you?
I don't want to take too much of your time.
Don't worry about it. What's the name of your show? What's the name of your show?
It's called In the Studio with Rubio. I know it's very corny. I know.
There's nothing corny, brother. You know what's corny? Do you know what's corny? Not doing something. That's fucking corny. I respect that, man.
That's what I'm talking about, that.
In the Studio with Rubio.
Yeah. Where are you from, by the way?
I'm in the New York City area. And my family's from...
Could I ask you a question, Ben?
Sure.
Are you thinking about moving out of New York?
I think, well, I'm out of New York City itself right now. I'm in the Jersey side of the Hudson.
Oh, you are?
And
okay.
Between me and you, between me and you, who knows how many people watching, I had originally tried to move to Texas a few years ago. Didn't work out. Unfortunately, financially, I couldn't make the kind of money I needed to make down there. I knew that the writing was on the wall sooner or later for us up here. Because you can just see the way it's going, man. Like, forget the politics. I'm talking about taxes, money, income tax.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. I live in California, L.A.
And we live in the two worst states.
We're on the verge of going to, what was that?
As far as taxation, we're in the two worst states. We're getting killed.
Ugh.
They take all our money.
I know, man. You're telling me, and I'm a broke-ass stand-up comedian here in L.A. I'm like, what the hell am I doing here, bro?
Is your name Chris Rubio?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it says chrisrubio.com. Is that you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just showed your...
What?
I'm just showing your thing on my show. People can follow your website.
Chris, K-R-I-S-R-U-B-I-O. I know, it's weird.
That's not you? That's not you?
No, that's not me.
So we just gave a shout out to the wrong guy.
Put in K-R-I-S-R-U-B-I-O and comedian, probably. I think I'll show up.
K-R-I-S.
Just real quick, how long have you been doing your talk show for?
We're actually about to hit our 52nd. We already filmed our 52nd episode, Al? 52nd episode. We're reaching the 1 year mark in about a week.
Oh, man, I'm so proud of you guys. Good job, man.
Is this you, Chris? Chris, is this you?
Hopefully, if I do my life here, I'll give you guys a shout out.
Chris, is this you?
Yeah, that's me, man.
Right here?
Yeah.
Guys, follow Chris, man. Follow Chris, man.
That's like the way my shows.
Follow Chris, man.
I just talk about people.
Give him a shot. You got nothing to lose. Yeah, tell him my followers follow you. Here, I put your thing up on there.
Thank you, bro.
I'm not a hater, Chris. I'm not a hater. I just crush a lot.
No, man. I just, ever since I started doing this Twitch thing, I noticed that, it's like a community thing.
So you found me on, you found me on Twitch right now.
It's like I gotta support.
You found me on Twitch?
I just found me on Twitch.
Yeah, we just started with the Twitch.
I kind of filtered it to low to high because I want to give people that are, I guess, starting out on Twitch some love. You know what I mean?
Just gave you a follow, brother. Yeah, I like your thumbnails, man. You're doing a fucking great job here, man.
Oh, that's a bitch, man.
All right, I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna give you a little fucking. We're gonna do a little Chris Rubio fucking. We're gonna. Oh, I can do this here. Yeah. Let's try it. Let's see if we can get a little taste of Chris Rubio. Chris, I'm gonna play a little clip. All right. Here we go.
Oh man, I'm so embarrassed, bro.
Don't be embarrassed, bro.
It's only a clip, bro. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Hang on, caller. Hang on. Orlando, hang on. All right, what are we doing here? Al, how come I have no sound? Al, you suck. Go ahead, Al. You can interrupt the broadcast.
No worries, man.
Yeah, it's there.
It's nothing special, man.
Whatever, man. It was just a little piece here.
By the way, is the guy working the technical side, is he Asian back or what?
No, he's actually he's Albanian.
Oh, that's what calls for the technical difficulty.
You got great production, man. I love your production, man.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Oh, how come I can't hear nothing? I tried, Chris. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's not easy.
No, it's all good, man. Don't worry.
But great production, man. Guys, give him a shot. Give him a try. Check them out. Great thumbnails, man.
Thank you, guys.
Great thumbnails.
I really appreciate that, man.
Hey, man, good luck. And I guess I'm on the east, you on the west. God help us.
Yes, sir. And we're both in states that we want to move out of.
If you were going to move from California, which don't get me wrong, California is fucking beautiful parts of it. I love it. Like SoCal, I'm all about SoCal, man. What an amazing place to just chill. But like I said, man, all the other stuff makes it hard. You know, who doesn't love New York City, man? But it is what it is. Yo, Orlando, you got to hang on or I'm going to have to fucking put Do Not Disturb on. Give me a second. So you would go to Texas too. Yeah, I was trying to move down to San Antonio. And
yeah, that's a beautiful city right there.
What were you thinking about? Dallas is a great place, man.
Man, look, ever since Joe Rogan moved to Austin, me and the wife were thinking about going to Austin.
Austin's a great time too. It's a great town.
Yeah, I know he's going to open up his own comedy club there. You know, I know a lot of guys at the comedy store over here. I could network over there. It's young, still there's vibrant new comedians. So hopefully I could contribute over there in that city. But who knows, man?
Chris Rubio, I'm rooting for you, brother.
Oh, thank you. Yo, you know what? I'm rooting for you too, Bek. You know what I mean?
Thanks, man. Follow me back, man.
Of course, dude. Yes, sir.
On Instagram. I just followed you, all right?
Yes, sir, man. Well, hey, have a good stream, brother.
You take care of yourself, man. West Side.
West Side.
West Side. No, it was like this when I was growing up. It was a fucking Biggie versus Tupac. West Side, East Side. You want to talk about it? Basically, the rap world was as divided as we are as Americans back then. It was the East Coast, West Coast, all that bullshit was going on. It was crazy.
What side were you on, though?
I like both, man. Like, because my cousins were from Texas.
If you had to choose the better rapper, though.
I'm going to have to go, and don't get me wrong, I love Biggie. But as far as overall, if we have to look at all the categories, how much work produced, you know, how much, like, other things were involved, you got to go with Tupac on it, man. I love Biggie. I listen to his shit.
It's just so weird, dude. The East picks the West guy, and the West guy has to go Biggie.
Biggie's fucking amazing. You know what I mean? As far as lyrics and freestyling and the actual music, I enjoyed Biggie's music more. I'm talking about just overall who accomplished more, in my opinion. Who accomplished more. I think I didn't see Biggie in no fucking movies. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got the juice. You know, Tupac did movies. He was somewhat of a philanthropist. He tried to rally, but at the same time, what I found kind of, in some ways, he talked about unifying them, but in the same ways, he was helping divide them. So it was kind of, I mean, I don't know, man. They're both amazing, man. I would have loved to have seen those two get together. Something tells me if they lived long enough, and you know how much money they would have made if they would have made tracks. I think they would have came back around.
God,
they would have came back around, and they probably would have made some crazy money together.
Oh, and one could only guess, you know? One could only hope.
But the new hip-hop is like, man, you know, it is what it is.
You know what? I mean, look, man, I'm a hip-hop head, and yes, I do agree the new hip-hop is fucking stupid. There's still some people holding it down. You still got your Kendrick Lamar. You still got your, you know, your Coles. You know what I mean? There's people holding it down.
I mean, I'm very good friends with Havoc of Mobb Deep, so you kind of know what kind of rap I like. So
yeah.
You'll notice when you go on my Instagram, you'll see me in a lot of pictures. You know, I have a decent friendship with Havoc. He's an amazing fucking artist. So
nice.
Chris, you take care of yourself. We'll be in touch, man. I do this on Monday nights but lately I've been just fucking streaming. Fuck it. Let me just see what happens. I guess it was worth it. I made a new friend.
Hey, likewise, brother. Hey, every time you freaking go on a live stream, I'm gonna catch you. So watch out for me, bro.
Thanks, brother. You're the man.
All right, brother.
Take care of yourself. Shout out to Twitch, man. Shout out to Twitch. Orlando, I'm sorry. Orlando, call in. Wu-Tang and Havoc of Mobb Deep were on the same label. I actually interviewed Havoc of Mobb Deep. If you love hip-hop, he's one of the greatest of all time. That episode is up on the full episodes playlist where I speak with Havoc of Mobb Deep. We talk about how they made the music, stories about Biggie, the death of his brother, committed suicide, the death of Prodigy, and much, much more. Very open, very nice conversation with the legendary Havoc of the infamous Mobb Deep. He always does that. So I got to get him back. I got to get him in the fucking studio, Al. You know that? We got to pick his ass up one day and bring him here. He's so fucking busy. He's producing Kanye's new album and 2 Chainz. He was working on the last I spoke to him, and that was months ago. He was flying out to Montana and shit and working on Kanye West's album, the new one, while he was running for president. So he's running for president. Havoc was working on his album. Amazing producer. No doubt about it. But you can find that episode up on the full episodes playlist. Guys, remember, we also have this in audio format. I'm going to start posting these live episodes on the audio versions of the show also. So if you're bored, you're on the bus, you fucking don't want to listen to it. Shit. Bek Lover. Hung up. Orlando, call back. What do you need? What about it? If anyone else wants to call, forever hold your peace. We're about to close this one out on Bek Lover Live. And I want to thank all of you for coming in unannounced, even though I didn't know I was going to do this tonight. 35 of you holding it down. We had a nice little chat, a lot of crazy shit going on. Take care of yourselves. Get reserves. Load up, because everyone else is. And if shit hits the fan, you don't want to have to deal with that. So, please be prepared. You are on Bek Lover Live, and something tells me this is Katie.
Hello? Oh, Kathy.
Kathy, I'm sorry. Kathy, I was close. Don't get mad at me.
Hi.
It's been a while since I heard your voice.
I have to turn the volume down on my computer here. Just like there's like a few second delay. It's weird because you picked up and I didn't see you.
What's going on with Connecticut?
Crazy Connecticut.
Yeah.
Well, on the front page, Lamonti, the governor, it's like, even though like supposedly more people are getting sick, oh no, we're not going to do the lockdown just yet. But it's like, no lie. Look at the New Haven Register. It's like on the front page, they're putting these like little plastic igloos outside. It's funny, but it's not funny. And then the tents with those big propane heaters that suck up a lot of energy. And then there's like windows and doors. Why can't you just be in the building? It's like, I don't get it. So, and they're telling you to BYOB, bring your own blanket. Seriously, this is not a joke. They really mean it. So you get to sit outside in the cold and freeze your butt off.
At that point, you're not going to go there. I mean, like, I'm not going to go and sit outside in winter.
I am not doing that. No.
So when does a restaurant owner? When does a restaurant owner say enough's enough? I mean, the restaurant industry, hospitality.
They just closed a bar in Bristol, Connecticut, Central Connecticut, because they had allegedly too many people. And you know what? It's funny. It's like, how come if you order food, there's no Rona, but if you're just ordering drinks, you get the Rona. And then after 10 o'clock, you got to close. So I guess magically the Corona is selective, like when it hits, like certain times of the day. That's amazing. I mean, I'm being facetious.
What do you think about
just like
what I said earlier?
My head's ready to explode.
I don't know if you were watching, but I have a real fear of a...
Yeah, something's cooking. That's why I stocked up. ShopRite was out of toilet paper. I had a credit slip to use, like a reward coupon. Staples had 20 roll bundles of TP, at least in Milford, Connecticut. So get your TP now, folks. ShopRite was out of the big bundles. They just had single rolls. This was like within the last week. And then they had the 4-packs of the double ply that goes really fast. That's too spongy and can sometimes plug up your plumbing. You don't want that. I just get the 1-ply stuff.
Well, if you get double ply and you split it, you get double the toilet paper.
No, it's like it's spongy. It's like a Charmin. That's not good. It's like used to, I don't know, my mom's old house, it used to plug up the plumbing. I don't know, maybe sometimes people use too much at one time and whatever. But stock up now. That, and then the bundles of paper towels, they have like certain ones, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to buy the ones that are more economical, it's like as soon as and yet they have a limit of 1 package at ShopRite. We have ShopRite in Connecticut. And I know it's the New Jersey based.
I know a guy that owns like 18 ShopRites, right?
Wow.
And,
yeah.
And I asked him, I was like, what kind of money do you guys ring up? The margins are smaller, obviously, but they do billions of dollars in credit card transactions, man. It's crazy, man. The kid's paid, man. He's fucking paid. So what do you think? Do you think that we're in big trouble?
Yeah. Just either way, I think what's going to happen is, I'm surprised. I'm not saying I'm surprised. I thought Trump was going to get in, but I said to myself, if Biden gets in, it's because he cheated. Because all these people didn't vote for him. It's just whatever. It's just like all of a sudden everybody stayed home the night of the election for Trump that were at the rallies and everything. All those people, and then you couldn't get anybody to show up for, Biden and Harris, wherever they would speak, whatever. There'd be like a handful of people showing up. And then even Trump supporters were showing up to kind of like, blowing their horns and making a lot of noise, whatever. So just to counter, like as a counter display, you know what I mean? So I don't know. But already supposedly he's promising people, the stimulus money and stuff. Biden, that's what I heard. Oh, yeah, we're going to give it. So I don't know. But again, he's calling himself the president-elect. And first of all, the press does not decide like who won, or announce that or finalize it. The Electoral College still has to meet. So it's like, it's pretty hasty. It's like that happened with one of the reps in Connecticut that won the last time. She got reelected. I'm not going to mention her name, but like when they go and they concede, it's like they didn't even finish counting, and you're over there doing your acceptance speech. It's embarrassing, It's like, oh, I won, and it's like, hold on a second, let everybody count everything up first. How's that saying go? You're counting your chickens before they're hatched. I mean,
yeah,
it's surreal. It's embarrassing too. It's just whatever. The rest of the world looks at it. It makes us a laughing stock, I feel. So, and the office of the presidency, it's a shame. I feel bad for our military people.
Listen to me.
The VA, there was a big explosion Friday the 13th. 2 people died. The power plant.
I heard about
that. The VA in West Haven, Connecticut here.
I heard about
Disgusting.
that.
It's so sick.
I heard about it.
Blumenthal is there. It's like, everybody's saying like, oh, give them money. It's like, first of all, they did a new facade on the building. My dad died there. I mean, he was a vet, and just the inside is still very like antiquated. Inside, I think the building was built in the 50s, but it looks like it's older. Like when you go like to old like school or like an old like state building or something, you can tell, the architecture.
Yeah,
and just,
like old
had a
schools.
big boiler plant. Like they can't. Yeah. The old schools are kind of creepy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't know. It's like when they don't like renovate them. Like they do a nice facade. It looks like a new hospital on the outside, but the inside, I haven't been there in a while. I stopped off to drop off something for the homeless vets a few years back, and it's like, I don't know. I always want to go back there to volunteer. I should do it sometime, but my dad died there. It's just hard. And I live in this town. I didn't at the time, so. Anyways, but yeah, it's crazy with the restaurants, and people have to make a livelihood, and then the stupid people. There's bad reporters, and I'll say, New Haven Register. I still got to write a letter to the editor or like whoever publishes that paper. It's a Hearst publication. It's like, as far as like even local news, just the way they report. A high school newspaper reporter, a kid in high school could write better than these people. I'm not saying that to be mean, but it's the truth. It's like they're an embarrassment too. It's just like typos. Wrong, English, it's like, whatever. That's my strong suit, whatever. Sometimes I express myself better in writing than speaking. But the thing is, they're given an opinion. Like the poor guy, he's trying to make a living, the restaurant. So he's closed indefinitely. Not just
how about all the people who spend money to build these little structures outside their restaurants, and now they can't even,
they're spending $10,000-$15,000. They're spending big bucks. They're spending big money. So a lot of people are not deciding not to do it because they said they're not going to recoup the money. It's not worth it because they can't see like hordes of people. Oh, that's right. And they can only do 25% capacity. So let's see. They're spending extra money to put these structures in the parking lot. A lot of the cities, including my city, they're giving like the restaurants like a waiver, like how you have like the sidewalk. It's not the same as New York City, like obviously, but you have like a sidewalk walkway and you have like a little area in the front where they put the tables. They're giving them a little bit more leeway. Because some places you can't do that because there's a parking lot and there's a curb there or there's a city street. You can only build out so far. So it's like for a lot of businesses, that's not lucrative. They can't do it. And a lot of them are finding if they go spend that money, I don't know if they're getting the stimulus money or if they got anything, but people are throwing that money into doing that, but it may not even be worth it.
I would have took the money. I would have took that money and just declared bankruptcy.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck I would have done. Okay, you're going to give me $300,000 for my restaurant? Fuck you. I'm out of business. I tried. Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of places are shuttering here. It's like even like the change.
Then I would have kept that money on the side, wait for the economy to whatever, the dust to settle, then go back to the same landlord that I was paying $20,000 to and saying, "You're lucky if I give you $7. Do you want me to come back? Fuck you."
Yeah, it's like I wish like everybody was in the position to do that collectively, but nobody's giving pushback. Even our governor, he's a real wimp. I'm saying he's just like the mini version of
leaders.
The one from New York. New York
we have no leaders. In any event, it's always a pleasure to hear from you. I'm glad that you're good. and you're healthy.
Yeah, just like, just worried about stuff.
Don't
like
be stressed out.
Get your TP now, folks, if you can find it.
Yeah, we're gonna
and
just do it day by day for now, because that's all we can do. And maybe I'll see you we'll be in the same concentration camp together one day.
Oh no, I'll die first. Off myself first. Don't want to give them the satisfaction. It's like
the Great Reset is in full force, folks. With that said,
if I hear that one more time, I'm on the screen. Reset what? Yeah, reset.
Yeah, reset. They resetted us.
I got your reset right here.
I just wish they would blow into us like the Nintendo games and put us back in. At least you get a blow out of it, Oh, God. Remember Nintendo used to blow the game? And then put Super Mario Brothers.
They don't fall down.
You remember? I don't know. You remember Nintendo gaming? Kids used to blow into the cartridges to put them back in. That's how you resetted the game. It'd be nice if that's what the leaders did to us. Okay, we're going to reset you. All right, blow.
If that's all it was.
Yeah, blow. Don't worry about
something like this. People are really struggling to homeschool their kids. Like, how do you work and juggle all that? And, like, not everybody learns the same way. Some people need the structure of the
Let me tell you something. I have never, ever, in 16 years, ever loved my wife more than I love her right now.
Makes you appreciate her.
What? I can't fucking do it.
You got to appreciate.
I'm the one that has the higher levels of education. I can't fucking teach my kids. I can't. I just can't. I don't have the patience.
Not everybody can teach. That's the thing. And people learn in different ways.
2 + 2 is 4.
People can learn.
2 + 2 is 4. You fucking.
Teachers,
I can't.
That's what I love about math. Like I always tell people, when people screw around and they add things up incorrectly, I'll tell people this all the time. You know what the beauty of math is? If you add 2 + 2, it's always going to be 4. If you add it correctly, any place on this planet, in any language, it's going to be the same. There's no room for interpretation. Like words, people can say, well, I didn't interpret it that way. I mean, like when something like, even when you read a contract, you can read it and get like 3 different things out of it. There's no doubt. It's like there's always going to be the same answer. That's the beauty of math. But not everybody learns the same kind of way. Like a lot of people need to be like in a classroom structure. Some people have learning disabilities. A lot of the kids. There's a lot of kids that have special needs, and they're suffering as a result of this. Everybody just thinks, just homeschool. It's like that whole flippant, cavalier attitude that, like, just anybody can do it, and it's just really insulting.
No,
it's just like, I don't know how people do it. So people are having a lot of hardship as a result, and it's like they don't care. It's just like this whole thing, Rona this, Rona that. It's up like 2%, 3%. And by the way, my naturopathic physician, she's cured some people of this with just natural medicine with supplements. Just want to let you know that. So it's like you don't have to go to the hospital and go on ventilators and take drugs. And it's like, and they've come out of this, whatever. So, it's just, it's a lot of scare tactics too. A lot of people have pre-existing conditions. A lot of people don't know that they do. That's the thing. So when they get sick, they get people so brainwashed, so afraid of getting sick and dying that like Jim Morrison, like I said it before, no one here gets that alive. So I just feel like it's your time. So, right?
They want to scare the shit out of us. You take care of yourself, and we'll see you again next time.
Yeah, likewise. Okay, have a good night. Thanks for another great show.
Thank you. Stay strong.
You too. Take care. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Folks, always love hearing from her. It's good to know. I feel like there's like this little family that's growing, this comeback nation, as I call it. I'm going to call it the comeback nation. Eventually, one day, God willing, if this channel ever gets to where it's supposed to go and I don't get thrown into a concentration camp, we will have millions of followers and subscribers, and we will pool our money together, and we will do amazing things together, where I will show you real people. We will record and capture everything, where we take your money and fucking change people's lives, give them real comebacks, and you'll be a part of it. That's my dream for this channel. So I want to thank KT as usual and all the people that call in. And I'm kind of tired, and we gotta upload some content to get we're late with this week's episode because we're just tired. We're gonna put this audio up on the podcast audio. It'll be under live. It'll say Bek Lover Live, number 1, number 2. We're gonna start putting these up so you can listen to them also if you don't want to watch them on YouTube. With that said, I hope you feel a little bit better. It's always nice to hear from other people and to know that you're not alone. Everyone's struggling. Everyone's going through a hard time. Everyone's worried. Everyone's nervous. Everyone's angry. Everyone's sad. Everyone's full of anxiety. Just breathe. okay? Anxiety is always from things in the future, and have no fear. Life sure ain't easy. It throws things at us. It makes times rough. A lot of crazy people out there. You just got to be crazier than they are. You're going to get through this, I promise you. No matter what you've been through in life, no matter how hard it gets, as long as you have air in those lungs, you can always make a comeback. This is Bek Lover. Till the next time. I don't even know when the fuck it's going to be because I'm just doing them whenever I feel like it. Monday nights are for sure, as long as I'm alive by God's will. We'll continue doing this live thing. The show goes on, folks. We got the podcast. We got all the other content. Check out Bek's Best Catch Up. Subscribe on the audio platforms. Leave me some reviews on podcasts, please. I need the help. 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Type in Bek Lover in the comeback team. Hit share down below. Leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Let's try to fight back. Because I can't do it without you. I'm nothing without you. Nothing without you. You have a good night. Bek Lover signing off. Partying is such sweet sorrow. It's freezing outside here in the Northeast. We're freezing to death. It's cold. It's cold outside. It's fucking freezing outside. Fucking hate winter. Anyone that likes winter, God help you. Yeah, go hang outside on your porch. Oh, you like shoveling snow? Yeah, I love winter. You like wearing heavy-ass fucking jackets and sweaters? I love winter. If you don't ski, you don't have the right to love winter. If you're not a snowboarder coming down a massive mountain in the Poconos, you have no right to love winter. I like the warm weather. I like the sunlight. I like beautiful days with the birds singing, cheep, 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 cheep. Life is too short to be in the darkness. You think if I moved a little more, I'd lose some weight, like Richard Simmons. I need to pull out some Richard Simmons dancing to the 2020s and lose some fucking weight. Maybe I should start my own workout. Bek's body or some shit. Bek body. By the way, if you're home and you're bored, if you check out the episode with Forte, Lauren Fondos, she's in the episode's full playlist. She created virtual fitness. She was on the show. She provided a link for $89. You get thousands of classes live. You can literally work out, meditate, yoga, Roomba, whatever the fuck you want to, whatever is out there fitness-wise, it's on this app and it's free. I mean, it's not free, but it's $89 for the entire year. Make sure you enter Bek Lover. Go pull up that episode. The promo is in the description. My gift to you to get you in shape before the holidays. And no, I don't get nothing if you sign up. Not $1, so I don't give a fuck if you do. I just thought you should know. I don't have no sponsors. I don't have no money. I don't have no Patreon because I don't want to harass you guys yet. But we're getting to that point where I might need you. $1 a month. Just a little help. I could do some crazy shit with that money. But I know that a lot of you are struggling too. That's why I don't want to harass you and say, oh, please give me money. Please send me money. Oh, I need money. I mean, we do. You know already. That's why I don't want to be like one of those guys, man. I don't want to be like fucking Grant Cardone. They always want to help you, and then all of a sudden they want your money. Yeah, we closing it out here, baby. Yeah. Another night in the books. We made it through another day. Thank you. God Almighty. Bek Lover and the Comeback Team signing off. Till the next time, stay strong. Fucking DJ now. I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. The truth. You can't handle the truth. The truth. You can't handle the truth. The truth. You can't handle the truth.
The truth. He was hiding in plain sight. We all knew about him. We all knew what he was doing.